Thunder Radio Network.
The Thunder host Zion Williamson, Steven Adams in New Orleans in their annual traditional home New Year's Eve game tonight. Both Oklahoma City and the new-look Pelicans are feeling their way early this season. Thunder 1-2, the Pels 2-2, 4 games in. Both Western Conference rivals undergoing considerable roster reconstruction this past offseason, both establishing new identities. Good evening, Happy New Year. Welcome to Oklahoma City Thunder basketball. I'm Matt Pinto, above courtside at Chesapeake Arena in downtown Oklahoma City with the play-by-play call. Glad you're along tonight. The young 1-2 Thunder conclude a 3-game early season homestand as they usher out challenging 2020 tonight. Beaten in the first 2 games on this stand, 110-109 by Utah Monday, 118-107 Tuesday by Orlando. They look tonight to return to winning ways and level their record at 2-2. That's not going to come easily, though. New Orleans is fortified with 2 bona fide explosive scorers and reigning Western Conference Player of the Week Brandon Ingram and rising second-year stud Zion Williamson, the former #1 overall pick. That tandem combines for 44 points per game. Add to that the interior toughness of longtime Thunder fan favorite Steven Adams, acquired from Oklahoma City this offseason by the Pels. Sturdy perimeter defenders Lonzo Ball and Eric Bledsoe make it tough outside, and you get the sense of the task at hand for the Thunder tonight. While new head coach Stan Van Gundy is preaching much better defense, the Pelicans' offense has suffered a bit as they've gone 3 consecutive games now without scoring 100 points, getting hammered by Phoenix on Tuesday, 111-86. Thunder have been solid offensively, but recently have allowed probably more points and better shots than head coach Mark Daigneault would like. They've yielded 114 points a game their last 2 on 50+% field goal shooting in losing back-to-back games to Utah and Orlando by 11 2 nights ago. That setback coming despite youngster Isaiah Roby's breakout 19-point debut at center and 23 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander points. Thunder are getting quality play from their stable of young talent. In fact, they lead the league in scoring among players that are 22 years of age or younger at 74 points per game. Looking for sturdier defense, though, and certainly following up on what they accomplished a season ago when they swept the Pelicans 4 victories to none. They have won the last 4 against New Orleans head-to-head. Our Sonic key matchup, served by Sonic, focuses on the Thunder interior defense. After yielding 72 in the paint to Orlando in that 11-point loss on Tuesday, they face the #1 scoring force in the NBA on the interior in Zion Williamson tonight. It certainly should help that Al Horford is back to man the middle for the Thunder on the defensive end. That's our Sonic key matchup, served by Sonic. Head coach Mark Daigneault next up lays out his game plan against the Pelicans. That's ahead. This is Thunder basketball.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network. KWPN Mole, WWLS-FM The Village, Oklahoma City, KYAL Sapulpa, KYAL-FM Tulsa, KSIW Woodward, KADS Elk City, KBGN Pawhuska, KBSO Ardmore, WKY Oklahoma City, a Cumulus station.
It's the finale for the Thunder in their season-opening 3-game homestand tonight, taking a look at the New Orleans Pelicans, team they'll see again in about a week's time in the Big Easy, joined by head coach Mark Daigneault in advance of this matchup. And, Coach, your first double-digit loss came 2 nights ago to Orlando, a team that's playing terrific basketball, and it seemed as if they found ways to get inside against you for 72 points. What adaptation does tonight require, given the fact you face Zion Williamson, who leads the league in points in the paint, in the aftermath of that loss?
Well, it didn't feel like a double-digit loss in the course of the game. I thought we competed, almost all the way through, and obviously at the end there, didn't get enough stops to keep ourselves in it. But we made some adjustments today. We tried to learn from the film, and it's just about development of a team mentality on both ends of the floor. We need 5 guys on offense working together to generate the best shot, and we need 5 guys on a string on defense to prevent really good players that we played the other night, and Williamson and their guys tonight, Ingram. You need all 5 guys to do a good job on those guys. And so that was our emphasis coming out of the Orlando game, and it's a fitting theme coming into tonight because that's going to be critical.
You were without Al Horford, given the fact that he rested, and also George Hill with neck spasms in that loss to the Magic a couple of nights ago. You have both back tonight. Mark, how does that impact your rotation? Because Isaiah Roby, in her first start, steps in and gives you 19.7 rebounds, great energy, and seemed to really be an offensive force. Is he cementing opportunity in the rotation for you off of that performance?
I wouldn't say cementing. It's one game, and it's a long runway for a player like him. But he's been someone even in the preseason that we were excited about how he played, and more so, like I said the other night, the approach he's taken we're not going to really cement anything rotationally because we really want to use this opportunity to explore the team. And, the other night was a good example of that. He went out there, started, played a lot of minutes, and it allowed us to really understand what he's capable of and kind of discover him and discover what the team looks like with him. And so, our rotations may seem like a bit of a moving target early here, but the reason is because we have a lot of belief in a lot of our players and we want to give them opportunities. And so, we'll see what happens here tonight, but he obviously did a really good job.
You have three centers that really provide a stretch element to your offense, and Al Horford starting, then Mike Muscala when he comes in, and Isaiah Roby as well. Is that something you feel like you can build on as the season goes on the offensive end?
For sure. I mean, it's the strengths of those players, and it makes the paint available for other guys. It makes the paint available for drivers, it makes the paint available for cutters, and it makes the paint available for rollers. And that was something that we were able to feature the other night, and we're going to continue to be able to do so with those guys. Their ability to stretch the floor and space is makes it pretty versatile for us. And then when the ball does find them, if they don't have a shot or a drive, they all do a great job. The three of those guys do a really good job of just continuing the possession and keeping it moving. And so there's kind of a secondary benefit to that as well.
I want to kind of check in with you periodically during the course of the season on the progress of certain guys. I recognize it's a very small sample size, Mark, but Alexei Pokusevski almost brings a bravado about the way he plays. Certainly it's a fearless approach, and he was more active, I thought, in the loss to Orlando than we've seen him, with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple of blocked shots. Obviously, the shot's not falling right now, but he's taking good ones, it appears. Where does he gauge for you in terms of how he's grading game to game right now?
He's definitely learning. I agree with you on the activity thing. That definitely showed up in game 3 for him. The other thing I'll say is that, he's a very creative player, obviously. He can really play make. He's extremely skilled. And, learning how to fit into the functionality of the offense while also maintaining aggressiveness and creativity is a hard balance to strike. And it's one that I thought he kind of wavered in between at times in his first week in the NBA. And last game I thought was the best balance he found of that. He really attacked. He was very confident. He was very aggressive, but he also functioned inside of the team. And that's ultimately where we want all our guys to be. We want them all being really confident and aggressive, but you got to do it inside of the team construct. And I thought he found that balance last game.
You, like so many in this organization, had a really special relationship with Steven Adams in the 7 seasons that he was here, Mark. He was very also connected with the community, one of the fan favorites and one of the all-time Thunder greats, we can say. He's now wearing a Pelicans uniform.